somebody actually had that as an idea. And I don't think it's a bad idea at all. And the reason I say I don't think it's a bad idea is because it's essentially using what we've already been doing all day. I just think it goes the other way. And the challenge if you go the other way with the arm. Yeah, so what he was basically suggesting was, and I'm just going to take the weight off, right? Obviously I want to be like, put it all on him. But if you bring it with this arm, he looks at his watch like this side. This is quite nice in terms of the shoulder connection. Like this feels uncomfortable, but I can counter it by basically doing this to him. And then the position gets worse. So if you went super early, maybe I'm like down here for some reason, you could do it. But bear in mind, like the minute this comes, I'm going to be trying to throw that hip. So the danger is that as you're beginning to try and rotate this armpit, I'm basically underhooking you with my hip. I'm opening that space up and I'm putting my iliac crest in your armpit instead. But if he goes this way, if he goes early and he goes this way, even when it's tight.
Really, this way?
Yeah, the way we can do it. Yeah. He goes this way. Yeah, then from the minute he gets that connection, I'm in trouble. I've got to deny that. And it's kind of quick. And it works when I'm deep, like he's deep under like the breathing pressure. The guy's right up on the chest. This can work. Whereas I find if you try and go the other way, it kind of only really works if the guy's sort of quite far down towards the hip. And no good player wants to be down on the hip. They pretty much want to put their, rib cage and everything right up on your, almost as far up on your throat as they can get it. And then you're like, so it's kind of last gasp, this.
Do you feel like, I think going in that direction work if he only had a headlock, perhaps. He doesn't have the
Yes, you can turn in.
Yeah.
The problem, so if I was like this would work. What you just said is perfect. Yeah, this would work perfectly. Yeah. We're back to what we did in standing. So it's recognizing, again, back to who's controlling that inside space. And I realize I'm being a little bit like, I'm calling earlier in the session, I was calling like this an underhook. And you'd be like, well, this isn't really an underhook. But like, I'm just saying basically, underhook for me, for now, means my shoulder is in his armpit. It's not kind of it's not shoulder to shoulder wizard. It's like my ideal type of underhook. If this is going deep up into his shoulder, that's what I've got to do to get out. Get my head in good position and get my shoulder into an armpit. And I've got to find that armpit and turn the right way. I don't want to turn the wrong way. But that's a great point. Anything headlocks, you can turn into, because they don't have that elbow. And that's kind of the same situation as when Mike was laying kind of more Kesari. We were talking about this at the beginning. This is the same kind of idea again. I've got to get this near side elbow off the mat. This is why I'm using this. So I can move. I don't want to be stuck on my near side elbow. This is why I like the underhook so much on the outside, because it creates space for the elbow to escape. So you try and get that near side elbow out all the time in the cross side bottom position. One of the, like, do these as a drill as well, just like when you're back training, whatever, just build guard passing drills of him kind of letting him pass, but thinking about, like, even in these positions when he's here, I'm going to ball up. Much harder for him. I had you doing this because this is what everyone does. You can see black belts do this, they get under pressure, we all do it, it's bad. But like, what I really need to do is try and ball. I need to try and get back to head position and staying on the inside. What I don't want to do is actually extend when he's in that ball position on the inside. Right? I need to stay in here. I've got to try and get in here, get back to the head, back into the guard. That's going to be your recoveries. You're not going to recover guard normally from this type of thing. I want you balling up, thinking about your head position, thinking about getting inside, and you'll get guard back so often. It's just a wrestling fundamental that gets missed in jiu-jitsu. People start pushing and trying to rotate, but just it's shorter to go through the middle and ball. And you can, even in those positions there, you can kind of, if you ball upright on the bottom, get head position, you can often recover them. We didn't really have time to cover that today, there's only so much we can cover. But thinking all the time about why we ball up, get that head on the inside, get under the armpits. Yeah. Anything